Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about massive CBDC news surrounding Stellar. So before we talk about today's main stories, I thought I'd bring to your attention a recent clip I came across which features a representative of the Stellar Development Foundation, where she goes into detail and provides insights in regards to the number of developments involving CBDCs Stellar is actively involved in.
In Europe, there is the exploration of these new solutions even by central banks. Would this work also for the places where you work, where you see there's a gap? Do you think there could be replication of these kind of technologies towards places you mentioned, Argentina or Africa?
Absolutely. And with respect to CBDCs, the Stellar Development Foundation is working closely with a number of different central banks. And again, just like our other solutions that we see in the ecosystem, every country is dealing with different challenges that they are trying to solve for. And so with CBDC, for one, if you have a central bank that may not have the trust of the people, if they're issuing a CBDC on a blockchain, that's an immutable ledger. You can't mess with that. You can't change, like, it exists or it doesn't exist. Same with the identity question, right? Like, if you have an identity that's on an immutable ledger and can't be changed, then it just heightens the trust. Which is essential. And so whether or not you're trusting peer-to-peer, individuals to individuals, or it's an individual and the bank, or frankly the bank trusting individuals, because one of the reasons why there are 1.7 billion people in the world who are unbanked, some of them are unbanked because
you say that again, 1.7 billion
people.
That's what percentage? That's what, a fifth of the population?
I don't know the percentage.
It's like about, who knows how many people? It's about 7 billion people in the world. 1.7 don't have access to financial services, and that could be their solution.
Yes, and I think yes, and so we focus on that and trying to figure out, but one of the reasons, there are a number of different reasons. Some people don't have access to a bank physically. Some people, there are gender inequality. Some people, though, have been de-risked because there is such a concern in the banking
their credit
industry.
history would not allow them.
Exactly.
Which is more of a North American phenomenon, I would assume, or not necessarily?
I think it exists in other parts of the world as well. I think particularly post 9/11, I was a national security prosecutor for 17 years in not national security the whole 17. I started on smaller things, but it's a very serious, and I take it very seriously. But if you can build an identity and you can build information about individuals through NFTs or through an immutable ledger, maybe we can start to close that divide.
So as detailed by the clip, Stellar is involved in a number of CBDC developments around the world. So not only is Stellar involved in CBDC developments, Stellar is also at the center of other financial initiatives, most notably stablecoins and cross-border payments. So one example of the direct utility of the Stellar network for cross-border payments is the Bank of Canada, where in a report and article published by the Bank of Canada, the bank provided insights in regards to cross-border payment stablecoins, and the bank provided a number of examples, well, too many examples, which illustrates the benefits stablecoins can provide. Where one example provided by the bank includes Stellar Lumens or XLM, where the article initially detailed as to how the Stellar network can offer a number of stablecoin initiatives and protocols, and the utility of stablecoins on the overarching Stellar network will be actively powered, and transactions associated with stablecoins will be validated by XLM. The article went into further detail, where the article also provided insights in regards to why Stellar could be an attractive proposition over other DLTs or even traditional financial infrastructures, especially in regards to cross-border payments, where Stellar's transaction fees are extremely low, where per transaction it costs hardly anything. So this makes Stellar a highly cost-effective network and platform, especially in regards to validating cross-border transactions and payments. So with the innate qualities and characteristics associated with the validation of transactions associated with the Stellar network, where it costs almost nothing to validate transactions on Stellar, in the issuance and the verification of stablecoin transactions. This makes Stellar a highly attractive proposition for a number of financial bodies or even other businesses or even individuals who wish to harness a network to facilitate faster payments cross borders. So as well as the article and the bank detailing the innate qualities and features associated with XLM and the overarching Stellar network, the article also provided insights into the innate qualities associated with Stellar, where XLM and the other characteristics and financial utilities associated and present on the Stellar network provides the capacity to enable fiat to fiat transactions to occur and interconvert at any given time. So these key characteristics, it makes no surprise that the bank has earmarked and highlighted to the number of benefits Stellar provides, and it could potentially lead to the financial body turning to Stellar and implementing Stellar's utilities for their very own cross-border payment infrastructure. And this factor is all encompassed with Canada being set to bring stablecoins to its overarching marketplace, where Canada will bring the first North American bank-backed stablecoin live on Stellar. So with Stellar already having a foothold in financial developments across North America, this could be extremely bullish and exciting for Stellar as a whole, as Stellar already has a foothold in cross-border payments and remittances, as well as stablecoin utility, where in a recent article provided by NASDAQ, the article provides further insights and details in regards to the MoneyGram project, where MoneyGram actually has a direct partnership with Stellar, where MoneyGram harnesses the blockchain utilities provided by Stellar to improve cross-border payments and remittances, where MoneyGram will take on the benefits of Stellar as mentioned by the Canadian bank's details. And this is all encompassed with the partnership between MoneyGram and Stellar being actively available and being able to be processed by a number of regions around the world, most notably the United States, Canada, the Philippines and Kenya, where the utility and the aforementioned availability and accessibility of the Stellar network for MoneyGram users in these regions of the world will increase the ability for cross-border payments and transactions to occur more efficiently compared to legacy financial instruments, especially surrounding remittances and cross-border payments. So all of these features is compounded with Stellar already being involved in CBDC developments as highlighted by the initial clip, where Stellar is in direct collaboration and is in discussions with a number of central banks, including the Central Bank of Brazil and the Central Bank of Ukraine, in regards to CBDC developments for their respective nations. So not only again is Stellar at the center of CBDC developments, but also stablecoin remittance pathways around the world. So Stellar is slowly becoming a more integrated component of financial developments, and it could mean that Stellar could become more highly attractive for not only nations, central banks, but also for businesses and even individuals who are looking to improve their ability to send funds more cost effectively around the world. What are your thoughts on Stellar? Are you bullish on the Bank of Canada mentioning Stellar? Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching Crypto Clan. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click on the notification bell. Let us know your views in the comments below. Thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next video.